Hello everyone, Gigs here once again for a new season of MineSaga on the Western realm. Well, we're not quite in there yet. It is ready to launch in about 4ish minutes. It does say that one person is playing. I'm guessing that's a staff member though who is checking things out. So we've seen this area before. This is sort of the main hub area where we spawn in and then we come along, and you can click the gold block to choose the server you want to join in, or you can see that people are obviously logging on because I'm dropping further down the queue, and that happens because I've only got a wanted rank, and anybody with a higher rank than me is going to be able to skip the queue in front of me. So we have all our normal realms, they're all exactly the same. So we visited a lot of these spawn areas in, I think, season 1 we went and visited. I don't think we did it season 2 because I was away for so long, but we will go back and look at all their spawn areas at one point in time. This is a new server, Marvel, with Stan Lee sitting there. We never actually got a chance to go and see Stan Lee at all either. And then again, that came out about a month ago, I think, so while I was on holiday. And the other one that came out is a little watermelon skin. Another one that came out is the herbal server, which again we haven't actually had a chance to see. So we probably want to go and visit those spawn areas of all of these guys again, just to see what changes were made by the build teams in their spawn areas. I think Jurassic still needs to reset. I think Jurassic might be the last one. I think the rest have all reset. So we're just really, yeah, I think Jurassic. Yeah, once they've all reset, I mean, I don't think these Marvel and Herbal will reset anytime soon because they're fairly newish. But once Jurassic resets, then we, I'm sure. I'm doubting myself. Yeah, once the last one has reset, I think there's one more to reset next week. We'll go through and we'll do a tour of all the spawn areas again. We're just a couple of minutes out waiting. So I will probably cut things here and I'll come back to you once we're online. Okay, looks like people are starting to log in. We're starting to get down in the queue, and as you can see, it's starting to say that players are playing. So it won't take long for the queue to sort of drip down for us to be on there. I mean, as you can see, we're already up to 25. We're down to position number 9. So exciting times. Can't wait. And here we go. Ta-da! Ooh. This is because we are amongst all the peoples. Oops, we're a little bit stuck. That's cool. Here we are. And oops, a little bit of, you're going to expect a little bit of this sort of stuff with everybody logging in at once. Let's get away from this area and at least get our, let's get out of that part anyway. We're not, why are we not moving? There we go. Okay, so IS. No, we're getting, oh no, this is not a good start. Okay, so yesterday was a bit of a disaster. So that little recording of me logging into the realm was yesterday. When I got to spawn, I think maybe my graphics card or something else at spawn was, or maybe even the pure volume of people logging into the realm in order to start off was just a bit too much. I kept getting stuck and frozen and kicked, and anyway, eventually we got to create our island. And it was just really the basic stuff anyway, so you haven't missed much at all. I've just done a little bit of bits and pieces. Currently in the arena, which is now a combination of the mining world and the mob arena. And you'll see that little chest just appeared behind me, and wherever you sort of hang around for a little while, these chests seem to pop up. So it's it's very similar to what the mining world was last time, but there's a few different little changes. And again, you've got the mobs that are around. You'll see Mr. Enderman down there. Enderman are always hard to kill. There are other mobs around, they would be easier. I haven't seen heaps of mobs spawn. If you want to see a lot of mobs, you kind of got to come above ground when it's nighttime so that you can see them all. But yes, so here we are. We're trying to earn some money. You can see on the side there, it's got my ores mined, the money that I've earned so far, the mob coins that I've gained. So I've already gained 8 mob coins since I've been in here, as well as 5,166 experience. So if we have a look at my experience bar there, when I leave, hopefully that means that my experience will pop up. And as my experience goes up, you'll see that little chest that sitting down here has got the 500,000 XP above it. It basically means that in order for me to get that XP, I need to have 5,000 XP, which I definitely don't. It'll take me a while to get up enough XP in order to be able to access those. Little dangerous hole. But yeah, so it's just I think a nice little added addition to both the mining world and the mob arena, just to make it a little bit more fun. You don't have to do the mob stuff. They don't seem to bother you. When I was down in the mines, I didn't see any mobs down there. They really seem to stick mainly to the top of the surface, so not so bad. But let's head on back to our islands. Let's go ISGO. Or not. It's happened to me multiple times that when I go to ISGO, I end up at spawn. It's a little bit weird. A little bit weird. So I've already got one of my alts sitting here, hanging out. So you'll see that we have pretty much nothing here. Got a little bedrock there, and that's because when I started off this island, it is a void option, so it means that you don't get the starter island. All you get is this one bedrock block, and that's it. So it just means that you don't need to demolish the island. If you want the island or you want the resources, you can still choose that. You can choose the smaller or the bigger options, but I chose the void because it meant I just didn't need to tear apart that island. Put myself a little bit of a quartz area. Got a little bit of fishing going on because left over from last season, I still have a few days of my turtle. Just been doing a little bit of fishing to get myself a few bits and pieces, and of course the good old standard enchant setup that was able to give me a pretty decent fishing rod to fish with. So we're getting a couple of bits and pieces out of that. There we go. See, we've even got a semi-decent book in there. So having done all of that, the experience. I've just realized the experience isn't XP experience. It'll actually be experience for leveling up in the mining world. I'm definitely getting stuck on things. I'm going to have to maybe reload my graphics. Could be what's causing it. Could be my Java argument. I don't know. I'll fix that so we don't keep tripping up on things and getting little freezy bits. But you can see that I've got myself a nice little 2.17 mil there, and I got a lot of that from the mining world. It's a nice little spot to be able to make some money. Now if we go back to arena, so here you will see very similar to what the mining world was set up, where we go in there, mine ores and kill mobs to make money. You can take your own items. Don't worry, PvP is not enabled, but you may take damage from other mobs. So in other words, the mobs could hurt you, but you aren't going to have players killing you, which is what we did have with the last season. So I'm very happy that PvP is not enabled. It makes things a lot easier. So here we have is, we go mine as many ores as you possibly can to make much money as possible. Also, killing mobs on your trip will give you plenty of mob coins to spend. XP crates will also drop around you. That's the statistics. So it just sort of shows I've killed 2 creepers, a zombie, skeletons, so you can see the mobs you've killed and the ore that you have mined. and I've gained 16 mob coins. That's pretty good. Okay, from the enhancements, now this has also changed. So we have capitalists, so we did have that in the last one, so I'm almost at the little bit more to go and I can buy capitalists, which will be great because it means that I'm increasing my sell prices as well as getting mob coins. Bolt, so that's speed effect. I'm quite sure I would use that. I don't think I need speed. This means I will crash into walls more often. Heatproof, receive fire resistance. I suppose from the skeleton's point of view, having fire bows would be an issue, so possibly that would be handy. Head torch, receive night vision. Yeah, that could be handy. That could be handy. As you can see, for some reason my brightness is not staying on at the moment, so things are going dark, so that could be handy, but it's 5 mil, not something I would purchase unless I was raking in the cash. Kangaroo, receive jump boost, 5 million, don't need that because we have flight, don't need that because we have fly. Luck, receive rewards from mobs and mining. So we know that that one is good, and the fact that we no longer have PvP where we can lose the stuff we get through luck, that's actually not a bad enchant. 10 million though, it's a lot of mining for us to get that one. Invincible, take no damage, 5 million. Mobs aren't that big of a deal, so I don't know whether I would worry about that. Wipeout, chance to kill a mob on the first hit. That's not a bad one, 5 mil. Rampage, kill nearby mobs on hit. So I suppose that's like kind of like sweeping edge. Not bad. Vein Miner, which I've already got, that was 1 million, so that cost us 1 million. Shockwave, which is kind of like the multi-pick with the 3x3, also 1 million. I prefer Vein Miner, just because Shockwave, you're still having to mine quite a bit in order to make sure you get all the ores. Great thing about Vein Miner is if I see a big batch of coal or lapis and I mine that up, if there's diamonds or emeralds underneath it sitting next to it, it also picks those up as well. So it's actually quite a good one to have. So I'm aiming for capitalist, and then probably after that I will try and save up and get luck. So I think that's where we'll sort of be heading initially. But definitely it's a great way to sort of, you know, make your bits and pieces. And if you go back into Arena and you'll see that we click in here to enter, you still get the little woozy, oh I feel sick effect as you go into it. So that's kind of handy. But if you're going in there, I'd definitely take a sword of some sort, so any mobs you do come across you can give them a good old whack. And you can take in a decent pickaxe. I've got my efficiency 5 and breaking 3, fortune 3 one on me, because you don't need to worry about, I mean, apart from mobs, I mean, again, be careful around your mobs and things, but other than that you can pretty much bring in your pickaxe that you want to, because you don't need to worry about players coming and getting you. Yeah, you can see that the darkness is still getting me there, but you can see how just Vein Miner picks everything up, which just makes it so you don't necessarily need to get, you can see another chest has appeared up there, you don't necessarily need to be seeing all the ores that you're going to get, so it just sort of really wipes it up, picks it up, and you can see that just a couple of seconds I've just picked up 45k just by mining a couple of things. So I would say I'm not going to run around and do tiny little bits of ores, but any sort of big deposits that I see I like to get, because you can actually get a little bit of a build up just by picking up all those extra ores in big batches, which is kind of cool. But I think that that's going to be it for this episode. So we logged on to the server yesterday, we've got our island set up, and we're now trying to make some money through the arena, which I think is going to be a nice little handy place to start. And it also means that we will be able to start on our cactus farm, so we'll the chest disappeared, we'll be able to start on our cactus farm, which will help make some regular money coming on in for us. But I'm really looking forward to this season. I've got a bit of an idea of what I want to build on the island, and I look forward to getting it started once I've got some money to back me. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining me for Season 3 of MineSaga Western Realm. In the meantime, you have a great day.